Okay, and we should be live. Yep. Always unsure about during that first 5 seconds where YouTube just is kind of waiting to get the signal from OBS. But anyway, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV and Sorin's Journey. Starting back in the Stormblood MSQ today. And, well, Sorin's got word that, they'll soon be ready for their trip to Kugane. So, should probably actually get around to talking to the Domans here in Revenant's Hall with Lyse. Let's get right into it. Well, here we are. We'll need to talk to lots of people, so I think we should split up. I'll ask around at the House of Splendors, you take the Rising Stones. I'll meet you here after, got it? Right. Divide and conquer. Hopefully between this and what I learned from Master Musosai and talking with Makoto, that I should have a fair idea of what we're getting ourselves into. Home? We're looking at taking a visit to Doma, actually. I was wondering if, you could share anything about the place. Your home. You're truly planning to travel to Doma? I do not know what to say. Forgive me. I shall aid you to the best of my ability. Ours is a beautiful land, nestled on the eastern coast of Offord. Along the banks of the One River, our nation thrived, proud and free, until the Garleans came 25 years ago. The river was our lifeblood, free to travel and to fish, but travel was soon restricted, and now the river belongs to none. Thank you for your time, sir. I forgot for a moment that everyone here probably has... It's maybe a little painful to think of home right now. Higiri? I couldn't happen to ask you a little bit about Doma, could I? Greetings, Sorin. What brings you to the Toll this day? Well, actually, just curious to know about Doma. We're looking to head over there to see what we can do. Join the Liberation Front. What? You're for Doma? Heavens! You Scions have shown us naught but kindness, and never in my wildest dreams did I imagine you would fight for our homeland. For 25 years we suffered under their tyranny, and then we spied an opportunity. The Emperor, dead, Gollum in chaos. It seemed the time was ripe. Beneath our Lord's banners we gathered, and fought to reclaim our nation. But when Xenos arrived with the 12th Legion, it was over in an instant. Xenos again. He's the reason we're heading out there in the first place, I suppose. Ozan? What is it, my friend? You look as though you have something to ask. I was wondering how much you could tell me about Doma. Me and some of the Scions are looking at heading over to see if we can support the Liberation Front. That you go to join Yugiri and Gosetsu in the fight fills me with such joy. Forgive my exuberance. You require information, yes. We of the Nagai clan have served Doma faithfully for generations. My ancestors held positions within Doma Castle, even. And now it is home to the Imperial Viceroy's witch and her host of men in Magitech. To think that what was once the shining symbol of our heritage, and the seat of dear Lord Kyan, has become a den for Garlean dogs. Thank you for... Sir... Dore? You okay there? Naught would bring me greater joy than to join you on your journey. However, Lady Yugiri made it clear that we were to remain here and safeguard the community we have built. It's perfectly understandable. They do have a home here now, I suppose. Doma's not exactly stable yet, from what I've been hearing. Lyse, how are things? Ah, there you are. Learn anything interesting? The older Domans I spoke of tried to teach me all about Far Eastern customs and the importance of formality and politeness. I'd like to think Eorzeans can be just as stiff and stuffy as anyone, especially as guardians. But anyway, did you know that they eat with sticks? It wasn't all that hard, actually. Or at least that's what I thought until they told me I was holding them wrong. And then when I spoke with the younger Domans, they just rolled their eyes and told me it was all a load of stupid old... I learned a wee bit more. Mainly about a little bit about the Guardian occupation. Wow, what you learned sounds a lot more useful. Unless someone invites us for dinner, of course. I hope they do. Is this... Item level 255... Okay, 270 on one, so... Just grab materia because I can't be bothered picking armor. Just do remember that when we're over there, we're... you know, not tourists. Being invited to dinner is a luxury we probably won't see too much of. Right. No point waiting around here, is there? We should head back to Limsa. Alphino said to meet at the ferry docks, I think. Right. They should be ready by now. They've had plenty of time. Wait. I can use return here, can't I? Excuse me. I think the quickest way is the Aephorite at the Arcanist's Guild. Right. Oh, everyone's here. Alphino? How go the preparations? Oh. You are returned, Sorin. I trust you learned much from our Doman friends in Revenant's Hall. I'm eager to hear all, though that can wait until we have left port. We'll have time enough to talk on our journey to Kugane. Our spice trading friends have completed their preparations. Assuming you have completed yours, you may inform the deckhand that we are ready to depart. Right. Sir? You're with the Kraken's Arms? All set, lad. I'll see you to the ship if so. Board de misery. That's a promising name for a ship. Especially given the circumstances. Ryonji.
Praised. Full sure was I that I had come too late.
Ryonji, tell me you haven't come all this way just to see us off.
Nay, my lady. Ere you quit these shores for eastern climes, I wished to share some words of seeming import. Look ye where the sun doth rise. See crimson embers, darkening skies. Look ye where the sun doth fall. See azure lost amidst the squall.
I wish I could say I understood.
Sounds suitably foreboding. Another one of your prophecies, I presume?
Of far eastern origin, aye. It is mine earnest hope that this ancient wisdom may serve to guide you on your journey. For what dangers lie in wait for you upon those distant shores are yet beyond my knowing.
A parting gift befitting your roundabout ways. Thank you.
I have more than words for you, my lady.
What's a sword?
It's beautiful. Is it for me?
Though undeniably powerful, Your ethereal blade taxeth you greatly in the wielding. Not so this rapier, which shall serve you just as well against all but the most formidable foe.
Impressive. It feels as though it's attuned to my ether. I shall treasure it.
Honored guests, say your farewells, for the moment of our parting draws nigh. A fair wind blows, and I mean to follow it.
Oh, right.
It would seem our ship is set to sail. Pray give my regards to Thancred and the others. And take care.
Well, I suppose I'll see you when we get back. Stay safe. Right. Off to Doma. Well, Hingashi first, I suppose. I imagine I need to settle in for a long trip. Back to the map. Something I kind of only realised recently. Wouldn't it have been more effective to travel west? Or have Eorzeans not discovered that the globe is a globe yet?
A fine day, is it not? Fair winds and following seas. The misery is enjoying herself.
That sounds a little, ironic, but
Nevertheless,
good, right?
It would not do for you to spend the entirety of our voyage above deck. Let me show you to your quarters.
Oh. Definitely. Wouldn't mind a bit of a lie down. Oh.
Is it supposed to do that?
Not under normal circumstances.
The seas can get rough, right?
Captain! You need it on deck! Something queer's afoot. The winds died down, the waters went still, and all of a sudden, we were dragged off course.
That's not good.
Dragged? By what?
Can't rightly say, sir. But some of the lads are muttering about seeing things in the water. Things that shouldn't be there.
Oh, for love. If you will excuse me a moment.
Of course.
Actually,
oh.
might I persuade you to join me? Loath though I am to admit it, I have a bad feeling about this.
Right. That's not a problem at all. Of course, it wouldn't be an easy journey. This is... This is uncomfortable. This ain't right. This ain't right at all. We're still moving, I think. But where? Odd. Most odd. Well, do you have any idea what's going on? No, as the man said, despite the absence of wind and current, the misery has somehow been pulled off course. Well, why not fire up the cerulean engines you have hidden below? An excellent suggestion based on knowledge you should not have. Alas, our engines appear to be malfunctioning for reasons that escape my engineers at present. Sorry, I broke something wee bit. I just realised my... Okay, there we go. Nice. This instance... Oh yeah, the whole Siren Song C thing. Things. I don't suppose I could convince you to attempt something more descriptive. An adjective, for example. Sea-wolf superstitions and fairy tales, not more. But if you must know, the things which he is so reticent to name are the souls of deceased women said to lure sailors to their deaths. Preposterous! Yes, indeed. If it is neither the sea nor the weather which is responsible, then it is probably a predatory entity of some sort. Perhaps a siren or some such. For all we know, it could be a fellow spice trader employing magics to seize and plunder passing vessels. Regardless, we have but one recourse. To let the current take us where it will and deal with whatever we find there. I suppose that's all it seems we can do at the moment. Alphino's not good with the sea. What a thoroughly pragmatic suggestion. Oh, I'm beginning to like you, girl. I assure you the feeling is not mutual. Once we arrive at our destination, be it a vessel or an island or something else, Lyse and I will remain with the ship to defend it in case of attack. Sorin, I believe you would be the ideal choice to venture forth and deal with the cause of our troubles. Right, leave it to me. Probably. Then it is settled. I know not what awaits us, but it will rue the day it reeled us in. It's hard to be too confident about anything when you don't know anything. Right. There it is. First dungeon of Stormblood. And then there's the minor problem of leaving, I feel. This feels unsafe. But even from here, I can't see anything. I'm gonna just leave. Maybe take it a bit slower. I forgot we're out just in the open ocean. Oh, nice, a short queue. I was just about to kind of explain why I was feeling not too confident about like leaving to do anything. Narratively, I feel like you can come up with excuses otherwise. But in this case, if Sorin leaves the boat, he's left the boat. Say hello to everyone. There's definitely something out there. Right, defend the ship, I guess. Whatever that light in the distance is seems to be what our goal is, at any rate. These kind of creatures are definitely new, though. You have to try. I try and remember to be polite. Do I have never actually made use of the little salute wave one? Right. We're getting close to land. Okay. You're gonna be able to get the ship out of that, right? I guess we keep pressing on to find out what was pulling us here. Oh yeah, I suppose it's a bit more painful if you don't have like an actual keyboard to do anything with. But I am I'm fairly confident in my typing speed. Just keep... Okay, definitely not... Doesn't look like we're the first ship that got pulled in here. And then there's... whatever that is. I guess right now it's our enemy. Suppose no better way to put my new skills to the test. To me. Oh. Oh. The question is this what sunk the ships or just... Ow! Right. That's one dealt with. I can pass on that for now. I think the gear I have is... Fog's cleared a bit. I'm guessing that ominous looking tower in the distance is... something to do with our problems. Is... Oh, even the ships are ghosts. Right. I am getting more and more uncertain about the stability of these vessels. Right. It's... Of course there'd be skeletons as well. Nope. Yeah, we're definitely not the first people here. Hello. Oh, don't touch the black goop, I'm guessing. And EI. This one again. Oh. Lots of them. Oh. Alright. Just stay out of the goo again. Using arm's length there was not my intention. Off we go. Enter night like that would. Well, oh yeah. See, here's a point where I have to admit I've never actually listened. I've almost certain I've heard Metallica songs, but I've never actually listened to Metallica. That's a lot of zombies. Run. There is something satisfying about doing an AoE attack when there's so many enemies about, though. Oh. Oh, I cannot remember at all my dad's taste in music. My mum just got me into a lot of 80s and 90s pop music. That's what I know. Probably know more about more 80s music than I do I suppose like 2000s music, which would probably be more appropriate for my age. Oh. How far I use Tinker Kugane? I think... Oh, we can't... Not like I can complain about mostly knowing 80s and 90s music. I do quite like it. When I do listen to radio, it's a station that kind of plays exclusively like pre-2000s. Right, into the tower. Hopefully we can find... oh, whatever the... right. not quite a siren, but... Guessing this is our problem. Waiting for me. You really didn't need to bother. Oh, I can't stop. Okay. Need to watch out for that one. I do love the boss theme in Shadowbringers. Well, it's not Shadow. I love the boss theme in Shadowbringers too, but Stormblood. I think in Stormblood as well, it's the whole Storm from Blood leitmotif. Backwards this time. I've had quite enough suffering already, thank you very much. Not gonna let things fall in the middle of this ocean. Oh, forgot how that one worked a little bit. Right. That's... We did it, right? It's... feels a little less ominous around here. Right. Guess I head back to the ship and... Ooh, Kugane. I'll take that. Kenki Master. That little trait there is one of my favourite ones you get as Samurai. Having the Kenki gauge build up that much quicker. Well, back to the misery and hopefully we can set sail again. Sky's clear at least. That's a good sign.
Thank the 12.
Oh. Alphino? And Cartline? Looks like it's all clear.
Here would appear to be an order. Good. Repairs should be completed by the time we return to Misery.
I swear, if I never hear another ghost story, it will be too soon.
Not good with ghosts, Alphino? Well, back to the ship. Favnir. Offard. And Hingashi. That's somewhere I feel if they're at some point in Final Fantasy XIV, they have to let us go and actually see
I
what.
remember the
Oh,
sea, the smell of the salt, and the crash of the waves as we drew closer to Kugane.
this is Kugane.
The only port open to outsiders in Hingashi, across the Ruby Sea from Offard, from Doma. All the colors of the rainbow, all the peoples of the world, all in one place. I wish you could have seen it.
It really is something. Yeah, I'd love to see at some point in Final Fantasy XIV if they let us see what's in Hingashi beyond Kugane. Because you can hear quite a lot about the country, but you never get to really see it. By the 12, I have never been happier to be back on terra firma. Our voyage has instilled in me a new appreciation for services which do not move of their own accord. Not good with ships, either. How are you finding it, Tataru? Strange. Is it just me, or is the ground swaying? I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't this. It's very colourful, is it not? You can say that again. Well, thanks for your help, Carlin. Congratulations, you now stand in Kugane, the western port of Hingashi. Regrettably, the only port and destination open to foreign trade. Oh, and I do apologize for the unforeseen difficulties which befell us during our journey. Needless to say, your assistance in overcoming them was much appreciated. No problem. Let me just hide the little chat window. So, where to now? Technically, we're not even in the right country. Glad though I am to have arrived, I would remind you all that we are far from home with limited resources at our disposal. Duly noted, brother. I shall take care not to enjoy myself. In any event, Doma is our final destination, and our first order of business should be to secure passage there. Captain Carvelin, I realize you pledged only to take us as far as Kugane, and I have no desire to change the terms of our agreement. I should, however, be interested to know how you would go about reaching Offard, were you in our position. At the risk of stating the obvious, you are in a port. Surely there is a kind and generous soul here who will aid you for the right price. You cannot be the first traveller seeking passage to Doma. The captain makes a good point. It is like that Ugarian Gosetsu were forced to come here for the self-same reasons we were. They must have found a way to Offard, assuming they are not still in the city. Ere we seek passage, mayhap we should first seek our friends. Leave it to me, Alphino. Making friendly inquiries is my specialty. Lest you forgot, I get plenty of practice in Ishgard. Captain Carvelin, could you direct us to the nearest tavern? Desperate for a drink, are we? You may find one in that large building just beyond the pier. Wherever your journeys have come to an end or are about to begin, the Shiokaze hostelry is an ideal place to rest, relax, and reflect. Or so they say. And with that, my dear scions, I bid you farewell. As soon as we have replenished our supplies, we must away. Ours was ever a fast-moving business. The spice trade, you mean? But of course, surely you did not think I travelled halfway around the world and delivered you to your destination solely out of the kindness of my heart. Perish the thought. Thank you, Captain. I made a navigator watch over and keep you. Right then, to the hostelry. After you. Right. And in out of the rain would be nice. This is also different. I saw little bits and pieces.
By the 12. I thought Ishgard remarkable, but this... We are certainly not in Eorzea anymore.
A tavern is a tavern, Alphino, here or anywhere else. Now, if you'll excuse me, it's time to do what I do best.
Oh, 1,000 pardons, my lady. The signs of the 7th dawn, I presume. I hope your voyage was not too trying.
People already know we're here?
And you are...
Ah, yes, of course. Forgive me. Hancock of the East Aldenard Trading Company, at your service. On behalf of Chairman Lolorito, I bid you welcome to Kugane and invite you to take refreshments at our local offices.
Lolorito.
Lolorito? I was aware his interests extended beyond the borders of Eorzea, but not so far as Kugane. Regardless, I am disinclined to accept the hospitality of grinning merchants, especially those who serve a master with whom we have such a difficult relationship.
That's one way to put it.
My, such naked suspicion. I do hope that business with the Crystal Braves did not rob you of all faith in your fellow man. Or do you really think the chairman is plotting to drag you into another one of his grand schemes?
I beg your pardon? If you are trying to win my trust, you are failing quite spectacularly.
Oh dear, have I offended you? Once again, I must apologize. Too much time in the Far East, you see. One is compelled to talk in circles round everything here, and one finds oneself longing for the invigoratingly candid speech of the Uldan markets. Though I see now that this was neither the time nor the place to indulge said longing.
So Tataru's little... just glaring at him from behind.
Might I suggest that we continue this conversation at the company offices? Too many eyes and ears here, you understand. It would be decidedly reckless to say any more.
If I may favor you with the invigorating candy you apparently crave, it would be decidedly reckless to follow a man I neither know nor trust. Give me one good reason why we should accept Lord Lolorito's invitation.
Now there's the young diplomat I was told to expect. Very well then, I shall explain. You understand that you are come to a most reclusive and secretive nation, yes? One whose borders are closed to foreign trade save at this single port. Then it should come as no surprise that a great many parties have vested interests here. Merchants like myself are a given, of course, but for every one of us, you may be certain there is also an agent of a foreign government. Many notable nations and empires have embassies here, you know, including, of course, the Garlean Empire, with whom you have such a difficult relationship.
That is one way to put it.
To paraphrase, Kugane is teeming with Imperial spies, one or several of whom could now be listening to our every word.
Right.
Something to that effect, yes. Beneath this veneer of bustling trade, a war for supremacy is being waged between world powers. One might say we were standing on the front lines, just not in public.
I still have my doubts, but he may have a point. I say we accept his invitation for now.
Right. Yeah. The synchronized nod. Oh. So, where are we off to? And you must be Sorin Sherwood, slayer of gods, rider of dragons, savior of Ishgard, stealer of pants, if some of the more puzzling rumors are to be believed. Hancock, how in the seven hells did you hear about that? Where did that rumor... No, shoo! I knew it. May I say what an honor and a pleasure it is to make your acquaintance, good sir. I just know you and I are going to get along famously. Now then, without further ado, allow me to escort you to the company offices. This being your first visit to our fair city, I shall make an effort to point out various landmarks along the way, if you would be so good as to follow me. I can think of only one person who might have been talking about that story. The inspector rarely talks about someone who's not himself. Everyone, if I could have your attention, please. You are now standing in Tenkonto. Loosely translated, the name means Spire of Drifting Souls, which, as some of you may have deduced, makes reference to the Aphrodite which stands over yonder. The design is markedly different from those of Charlie, and yet I trust its function is identical. A diplomat and a scholar. Will wonders never cease? The Far Eastern Aphrodite technologies have a long and storied tradition, I assure you. This particular example was constructed by the Onishishu, a collective of skilled craftsmen who guard their ancestral techniques with the utmost secrecy. In short, you will find it no less reliable than its Western counterparts. A tune, if you like. I do believe that's probably a good idea. Right, okay. If anything calls me back to Eorzea, I can actually do so now. You okay, Lyse? Even the Aphrodite look different here. They do, rather. Almost a little... neater. Not quite the same rough crystal we normally see in Eorzea. Beautiful though it may be, we cannot spend all day staring at the Aphrodite. Come, come, let us move along. The markets are next. Markets. I suppose it's probably useful to know where we can stock up on supplies. Oh, and if I'm correct, that's an Aphronet shard. So there's an Aphro network as well here. Quickly attune to this while we're passing it. We have arrived at the largest shopping district in Kugane. Kugane Dori. Kugane, as you are doubtless unaware, is an ancient Hingan word for gold. So, in this prosperous port where golden fortunes are made, lesser fortunes, or Kugane, are earned by the local merchants. It's all quite logical once you learn the language. Hehehe, now you're beginning to speak my language. Oh, a kindred spirit! What a pleasure it is to meet a young lady who appreciates the value of hard-won coin. I feel this might become a problematic combo. Hancock of the East Aldenard Trading Company. You're with clients today. Why, if it isn't Master Katen. Pray allow me to introduce you to my esteemed guests, but recently come from distant Eorzea. This kind and generous soul supervises all transactions here in Kugane Dori. Your sincerity is ever appreciated. As he says, I am Katen of the Hakuchi clan, and it is my honor to serve as overseer of these markets. As we receive many foreign visitors in Kugane, we accept all manner of currencies. Rest assured your Eorzean Guild are welcome here. I invite you to peruse our wares at your leisure. I don't know if greedy Lalafell does Tataru justice. In either a good or a bad way. Arms, armor, foodstuff, potables. Here you will find them all and more. Right. Well, it doesn't seem like too different to most markets I've seen then. Can probably get a bit more variety here, given how many cultures are apparently here. So, where next? If we may pause here for a moment. This road leads to the Ijingai, the district in which Ijin, or foreigners, are permitted to reside. Would this also be where the foreign embassies are found, including that of a certain empire? Precisely. So you see, it would not be at all unusual to cross paths with one of our Garlean cousins here. With this in mind, I would encourage you to choose your words carefully. We would not want any physical altercations after all, such spats being strictly forbidden. The Sekiseigumi punish breaches of the peace quite severely. I have seen foreigners permanently exiled for a single violation, though, to be fair, this is not common. More often than not, they are executed on the spot. But cut down there and then? You're joking, right? Would that I were, but alas, these samurai are a humorless lot. I suppose working under Master Musosai, there was a lot of executing. Why, I recall one instance when a foreign merchant in his cups dared lay hands upon a Hinkan aristocrat in front of the Sekiseigumi, and a samurai cut him in half with a single stroke. I don't even want to think about that. So, as you see, it would behoove you to behave. Failing that, we may be forced to part ways with one another, or you of yourselves, in the manner of the late Tileji Adeleji. Felt a little bit in bad taste, Mr. Hancock. Oh, how I amuse myself. But we must carry on. I have yet to show you the Garlean consulate. Aren't we following you to avoid? Well, Lyse wasn't. Is it funny for people who, weren't there? Because now I think about it, Lyse. Yeah. Is this a good idea? Walking right up to their front door. I'm not surprised Sari thought it was funny. This, as you may have surmised, is the consulate of you-know-who. Mark the guards at the gate. Are their uniforms not different from those you've seen in the West? They are, yeah. Were you to travel far and wide, you would find that many such variations exist, often inspired by local designs, all of which goes to show that even a massive empire seeking to rule all of creation is not without its artisans. Do I have the... Yeah, I do have the Shire jewelry. Oh, there's so much more I could speak of. The soothing waters of the onsen, the ephemeral delights of the pleasure district. But you are doubtless still weary from your long sea voyage. Let us retire to the company offices. Right. Well, if the Garleans didn't know we were here before, I guess they definitely do now. Brass blade? I'm going to guess that this means I'm in the right place. Oh, hello, sir. Good to see you too. Yep, I'm guessing this is the right place. Oh, yeah, this definitely feels a bit... Oh, there's the crest. This is Ul'dan, most definitely. At long last we arrive at our destination. May I present to you our humble offices? We have much to discuss. That's why we'll refrain from further prattle. Come, come, right this way. Right, so...
Our thaumaturges took great pains to ward these walls against all manner of surveillance. Where business dealings are concerned, we do not compromise on confidentiality. You may avail yourselves of these offices for the duration of your visit. Come and go as you like, and know that you may speak freely here.
Your offer is most generous, but I will not enter into any agreement which would leave us beholden to you or your master.
A legitimate concern. Allow me to clarify then. The chairman bids you consider this as an expression of his heartfelt contrition for the bloody banquet and the unpleasantness which followed.
Heartfelt contrition, you say? I get the feeling it's not quite that.
Stock in words alone. The chairman deems the provision of material aid to be a more appropriate demonstration of his sincerity.
I get the feeling the only thing he's sincere about is trying to get us off his back.
By sheer coincidence, your purpose here also happens to coincide with our own interests. That is, assuming you are come to aid the Doman Liberation Front.
Oh, never mind there. Of course he has an ulterior motive.
How could... I will not bother to offer a denial. You have the right of it. To be specific, we are come in search of our Far Eastern allies, Yugiri and Gosetsu, whom we hope to assist in their fight.
The Aori Shinobi and the Rugadan Samurai? Then you will be pleased to know that they have both come to Kugane.
Are you sure?
Quite. They came here aboard a company vessel, you see. However, they encountered difficulties securing passage across the Ruby Sea.
The Ruby Sea? Sorry, I've never been any good at geography.
Forgive me.
I can understand
This
that,
calls for a
Lyse.
map.
Right. A map would be helpful. It's... well... stating the obvious, but we're not in Eorzea anymore.
We are here in Kugane, the sole open port of Hingashi, situated on her western coast. Doma, meanwhile, is here on the eastern coast of Otherd in Yansha. Therefore, if your friends are to reach Doma, they must first cross the Ruby Sea. Alas, this is easier said than done, as the Ruby Sea does not fall within the dominion of either Hingashi or Doma, being controlled since antiquity by a third party, namely the Confederacy.
And who might they be?
Said maritime collective is known for the consummate skill of its sailors, and for demanding that any vessel entering its waters pay a toll referred to as the Ruby Tithe. In exchange, the Confederacy's vast fleet guarantees the safety of those who travel within its territory. Now, as I'm sure you are aware, Garlemald conquered Doma some 25 years past, at which time the Empire saw no value in controlling the Ruby Sea, and thus did they turn a blind eye to the activities of the Confederacy. The recently appointed acting Imperial Viceroy of Doma had other ideas, however. She has formally condemned the Confederacy and declared that any who recognize their authority shall be branded enemies of the Empire.
Right, well, being branded enemies of the Empire is not too much of a concern, right? I mean, it's a bit late for that.
Hingashi severed ties with these toll takers and forbade the payment of the Ruby Tithe. prompting the Confederacy to make it known that any merchants choosing to sail the Ruby Sea would do so at their peril.
Oh, right. I'm starting to see the problem.
No wonder they struggled to secure passage to Doma. What captain would risk such a journey given the circumstances?
Yeah, that's what I've been saying earlier when we got back from when we just first arrived in Kugane. That I hope eventually at some point we do get to see more of Hingashi. Because you hear a lot, there's a lot mentioned about it, particularly in like the samurai quest lines. But you only ever get to see this one city.
I'm told your friends were not so easily deterred from their course, but I know not whether their persistence bore fruit.
I say we follow in Yugiri and Gosetsu's footsteps and attempt to secure passage to Doma for ourselves. We will need to cross the sea in any case, and we may learn something of their whereabouts in the process.
Oh, does that mean you missed a bit where Hancock kind of brought up the thing that Sorin's pants-stealing exploits are apparently public knowledge?
And should we find that they are still in Kugane, we can make the journey together.
In that case, I have some information which may be of use to you. No quid pro quo, I assure you. The chairman was most insistent that I aid you to the best of my ability.
I am not entirely trusting of Lord Lolorito yet, but go on. Oh, excuse me. Though I am reluctant to take any action whatsoever that could be construed as placing ourselves in Lord Lolorito's debt, we must avail ourselves of what means are available. Our Alamegan allies place their faith in us, and I do not intend to disappoint them. Right. It would seem inefficient for us to all venture out together in search of information on Yugiri and Goset's whereabouts. Agreed? Agreed. We need to cast our net wider, split up and pursue all available avenues of inquiry. But if we're to coordinate our efforts effectively, we'll need to establish a working base of operations here. Indeed. Tataru would seem best suited to the task of organizing our supplies and procuring new ones. While she attends to that, we four can begin our search by questioning the individuals Hancock identified. Alice and I will take those into southern districts of the city, and the two of you can take those into north. In anticipation of just such an eventuality, I took the liberty of preparing some few sketches of Yugiri and Gosetsu during our voyage. That's... Wow! Ishtola warned me you were a bit of an artist, but these are great. They'll definitely come in handy. Looks like it's you and me, Sorin. Let's step outside and talk about where to start. Right. Well, if they help us find them as quickly as Miss Sketches helped us find Thancred, shall we be off? Wow, Alphino's sketches are so... I don't know how to put it, but they're very... Oh, yeah. Oh. I just remember Yashtol kind of mumbling something about kind of... what he's able to remember in such detail. Well, see for yourself. It looks more like them than they do. Honestly, he can make a living doing this. Sorry. No time for distractions. Why don't we start by visiting Karaku at the onsen? That was it. Right. The onsen. Let's probably use the Aethernet, but I have to remember kind of, no, it doesn't quite work until you've actually been around the city a bit. Right. Guess it's a bit of an exploration to find this place. At least could have waited a moment. This is... Did I just... Oh no, I didn't walk past the Aether. I don't think I did. There isn't an Aethernet charger? No. So out there's Hingashi. Hello, sirs. I get it. I'm not allowed through. Be nice to see what's beyond those gates, but not here to see the sights. Here to... That uniform... That... I feel I've seen this uniform before. These all samurai? Wait a moment. Oh, of course. Hello, Miss Makoto. Wait, Sorin. I did not expect to see you here. Since last we spoke, I feared the forces of Ugetsu only continue to gain in strength. Would that we had Master Musosai's blade. Sorry I can't help with your problems. There's a lot going on. Well, with my own friends at the moment. I forgot that that's something else that's going on. It's kind of nice to see a familiar face here. Is this another marketplace, maybe? Not cool. Suppose maybe it looks more like materials and... Another Aethernet. Is that a ninja leopard or something? Yeah, I was kind of curious. Like, is she there, or does she only spawn in once the quests actually cause her to? Hello, sir. Come one, come all. Burns, cuts, embarrassing rashes. There's naught that the mystical waters of the Bokaisen hot springs cannot heal. Oh? What is that in your hand? Oh, sir. I'm actually here, sir, to find some people. You wouldn't happen to have seen either of these two about, have you? Oh. Hello, Lyse. You seek this aura and this Rogadin, do you? 1,000 apologies, but I cannot help you. It is against our policy to divulge information regarding patrons past or present. Please, we came all the way from Eorzea to find our friends. We have a reputation to consider, miss. Men and women from all walks of life come here in search of rejuvenation, body and soul. They seek privacy and discretion, and we have ever honored their wishes. Only the Sekisegami may demand otherwise. I am sorry, but there is naught I can do. That's understandable, sir, but thank you for your time. I suppose we'll just have to ask someone else then. What about that woman who runs the hostelry? Kotokaze, was it? I'm not sure, but we can certainly try. Given its position, I imagine a lot of people coming through would be going through there. I can't say I have too much expectation for people having seen Lady Yugiri. She was, well, a ninja after all. Shinobi. Stealth seemed to kind of be their whole... I would recommend against attempting to fly. That's that looks like solid rock beneath you. Do be careful. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Hello. Welcome, traveler. Can I interest you in some rice wine? Exceptional quality, delivered but the other day. Actually, ma'am, I'm more interested in a bit of information. Have you seen either of these people happen to pass through, maybe somewhat recently? Ah, an Ori Shinobi and a Rogadan Samurai. If I may, I would answer your question with some few of my own. If I speak of that which you know, Ijin, be not offended. You are familiar with the situation in the lands across the Ruby Sea. The doomed rebellion after 2.5 decades of quiet. We are familiar. I see. And you are familiar with the ways of Hingashi. How we elect to stand apart and support no cause but our own. Indifferent and callous, some may call us. But pragmatism is essential if a humble island nation such as ours is to survive. But we are not fools. Complete isolation is impractical. And so Kugane is open to Ijin, and we are equally hospitable to all. Or, if I must speak more plainly, yes, I can help you. But if I do, I must also oblige the ones who ask after you. Are you willing to accept this fair and equitable treatment? If it gives us a lead. If anyone comes looking for us, tell them whatever you like. As you wish. The two individuals of whom you speak did indeed come here. They sought passage across the Ruby Sea. Few ships are willing to make the trip at the moment. Nevertheless, I made several introductions on their behalf, and that was the extent of our interaction. I will provide you with the names of the captains, if you like. You've been a great help, Mr. Kotokaze. I'll be sure to come back for that wine sometime. We would welcome your custom, miss. We should question these captains as soon as we can. You take the first 3, I'll take the rest, and we'll meet here when we're finished. Alright? Good luck. Right. I'll have to find us a ship. Or, well, I guess we're still looking for Yugiri and Gosetsu, but if we can arrange find someone willing to transport us on the way, that would be a good step forward. Just attune to that while I'm here, and that's a large bird. I mean, chocobos are large birds. Hello, sir. Good morrow to you, sir. Do you wish to hire a falcon porter? I say, is this not your first visit to this stop? In that case, I shall add your name to our register for your future ease of travel. Oh, so they're like... they're like the chocobos of the Far East. Or something like that. Right, anyway. Off to question captains. That is a large search area. Oh. Right. That's definitely a different style of ship. Nothing like the misery we came here on. Excuse me, sir. I just have a couple of questions about. Did you happen to meet two people looking like this? You were looking for passage across the Ruby Sea? Passengers? No. We no longer offer that service. Too much trouble. Now we only transport goods. I told this to the samurai and sent him on his way. The woman? If it is women you seek, the pleasure houses have plenty. Right. Well, I suppose that confirms something I thought. Gosets is the one being seen. So I have to figure out how do you throw wide. I feel I've forgotten a point. Ow. What's to throw wide the gates? I'm trying to remember what happens in the Kugane story. Excuse me, sir. Were you approached by either of these individuals seeking passage across the Ruby Sea? Yes, a Rogadan gentleman did approach me. He wanted a charter ship to take him across the Ruby Sea, the mad devil. I sent him away like all the others before him. The woman? Nay, I know her not. Is indeed looking more and more like Lady Gary's doing what she does best. You ask me if I have seen this Ori woman and this Rogadan samurai. The woman is unknown to me, but the man is not. He was for Doma, but I could not help him. We travelled solely between here and Razatan. It would be an unreasonable detour. Right. Okay, well that wasn't overly helpful, other than we know they were definitely searching for transport. Stormblood raids? Oh yes, definitely. Open the gates. Open the gate. Trying to remember what's this. Stormblood raids is Omega, right? Oh. Lyse, I hope you found more knighted. How did it? Oh, never mind. Judging from the look on your face, you didn't have much better luck knighted. See, I quite like the Ivalus raids gameplay-wise. The story, the story's not bad. It's not particularly gripping. But there's also the creature design in it, because I am just a fan of Amemiya Keita's aesthetic when it comes to a lot of his fantasy stuff. So, what now? Well, I suppose we might as well head back to... Wait! I've just remembered! There was someone on my list I forgot to visit. Gyodo. He's a Namazu fisherman, whatever that means, and a regular here. Maybe we'll find him if we look around. Gyodo. Right. This guy. See, I think the story was... It's very much a... is it Final Fantasy X or Final Fantasy? No, Final Fantasy 12, isn't it? Like the Zodiac Brave. Lyse, are you okay? When I asked Kodakaze what Namazu meant, she said it was Hingan for catfish. And there I was thinking she'd said fish-man. Wait, so this is Kyoto? Hello there. What? What? Why do you stare? You have business with me? By the 12, a talking fish. Yes, a talking fish. How very observant of you, Asian. You find me in good spirits, so your rudeness I will ignore this once. But only if you address me again in the proper manner. Was that Seri's first response? Oh no, but I'm fairly certain it's Final Fantasy XII, because I was looking through Steam at all the Final Fantasy games, and I remember Final Fantasy XII having the huge airship kind of on the front cover. Lyse, we, like back in Eorzea, we have Sahagin and, you know, plenty of other creatures. I feel Kyoto isn't anything too outside the ordinary. Sorry, I've never met a... Let's start again. You're Kyoto, right? My name is Lyse, and this is Sorin. We're looking for some friends of ours. I see. Both these ones I know well. I helped them secure passage across the Ruby Sea. Really? That's wonderful. Could you do the same for us? Yes. This would not be a problem. For you, I could charter a ship this very day. But the journey is fraught with much peril. The fare will not be cheap. Are you sure you can afford to pay? That might be a question we have to ask Tataru. I didn't think to bring any money, but surely Tataru will let us take whatever we need from the Scion's coffers, right? Maybe, but I wouldn't... Tataru's one person I would rather not risk getting on the bad side of. We wouldn't be the only passengers, though. Could we take a moment to talk it over with our friends? Yes, but hurry. Your ship must depart under cover of darkness. We shall meet again at sunset on the Tasugari Bridge. Do not forget your fare. Bring many guild, yes? Sorry, I've just kind of... Kyoto's not repeating the yes or no at the end of his sentence. Already being suspicious. It's our time our luck changed. Alphino and the others will be thrilled. Right. Probably. I really do like the Kugane theme. So... Oh. Back to the... offices. Ow! I had to talk to the guy for a moment. Alphino? We've got news. We spoke with a number of merchants and captains at the southern piers. Several recognized Gosetsu and confirmed that he had been searching for a vessel to deliver him to Offart. None, however, made any mention of Lady Yugiri. Yes, it was the same for us, and then you'll never believe what happened. Talking fish. So this Kyoto claims to have aided both Gosetsu and Yugiri. How fortuitous. Not the word I would have chosen, Master Alphino. Stupid's what I'd call it. How can you agree to his price without making any attempt to haggle? Or even confirming what it was in the first place? Yes, that too was a misstep on their part, but it is not what troubles me most. Gyodo and his brethren are not renowned for their generosity of spirit. Rather, they disdain to scheming moneylenders, ever eager to turn a profit from others' misfortune. Everyone else we questioned stated that Gosetsu was alone. Only Gyodo claims to have met both him and Yugiri. I suppose it's just possible that Gosetsu made inquiries by himself and only called upon Yugiri once he had found a willing captain. But it is equally possible, if not more likely, that you are being deceived. Do not forget that there are parties present in Kugane with agendas which may run contrary to your own. The Viceroy was once a spy herself, as I recall. I should be surprised if she did not have countless agents here in her employ, all eager to prove themselves their new master. And what better way to do so than by delivering her the heads of foreign insurgents? Fine, you may be right about him, but if Gyoto's working for the Empire, who's to say he didn't try the same trick on Yugiri and Gosetsu? I mean, if he did, he might know where they are. And if he succeeded, they might be in trouble. Anyway, if he holds up his end of the bargain, we'll have nothing to worry about, will we? But if he tries to betray us, I vote we take him prisoner and punch him until he tells the truth. I do like the brief kind of concern in Alize's look before she decides, I'm okay with this. So it's a trap. We'll spring it and deal with the consequences. I like the way you think. Right. I'm not how sure I am with the physical interrogation, but it's a plan. Very well, we should prepare for the worst. Tatara will remain here, and I shall follow the three of you at a discreet distance. Once more, I must caution you to avoid physical altercations at all costs, even should Imperial agents attempt to engage you. The Seki Seigumi will not hesitate to clap you in irons, or cut you down. If anything untoward should happen, you are to return here at once. Is that clear? Right. To review, Lyse, Sorin and I will meet with Gyodo as planned. Alphino will keep watch from a distance, ready to provide support in the likely event that Gyodo attempts to betray us to the Imperials or whomever else. Should that happen, you and Lyse will subdue him, and together we will make our escape. As our actions will surely draw the attention of the Seki Seigumi, we will evade them with Alphino's assistance and return here with our prisoner. Does that meet with everyone's approval? Of course, these precautions will be for naught if Gyodo does not play us for fools, but we shall see. To the bridge. Right. Find out how well this goes. Oh. No problem. I'll see you around, Minnie. I'll be in for your stream later on tonight. I'm off work until next Friday. So I can afford a bit of extra staying up late time. Right. And this is the place, so just to wait until Gyodo shows up. It's a trap, isn't it? We may as well stop kidding ourselves. Alize? Our would-be ally is nowhere to be seen. Make ready, Sorin. Something smells fishy. Alize, if that was intentional, I may be a little disappointed.
He's late.
It is a little past sunset. Oh. Wait a moment.
Endless and most sincere apologies to you and yours, yes, yes. This way, quickly now.
Where to? I guess we play along for now.
Enough! Where are you taking us? Where is the ship?
The ship. So very sorry to inform you, yes, yes. Long before was it pledged to another.
Right.
To me. These ones are for Doma.
Oh. Well, there they are.
I knew it couldn't be this simple.
Nothing personal, yes, yes. Just business.
Then business is about to take a turn for the worse.
Yeet.
Come on, let's find a way out of here.
Right, yeah. Nice catch, by the way. So, what about these guys? We're to avoid like physical situations, right? Oh boy. Right, I guess it's just... Oh, Alpha Note. I'm dealing with it, Lyse. Right, this is a scene. We should leave, right? That sounds like an alarm of some kind. As expected, the Sekiseiga may have caught our scent. Since fighting them is out of the question, we'll have to wind our way back to the Ruby Bazaar, evading their patrols as we go. Right. If they find you, use these smoke bombs to make your escape. Right. Okay, time to do a bit of sneaking. Maybe I should have put those when Fankred and Yugiri offered to put me in touch with... learning those skills. Oh, that's a problem. Right. Sorry. That is it. Right. Just don't get spotted. Just don't get... Oh, no, 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 no. Don't want to go this way. Which way is he going? Up the stairs. That's kind of where we want to go, I think. Is it a good idea to go right through the market? Right, this way, I think. No, don't worry, Lyse. I've got them ready. Okay, into the back alley, maybe? Oh! Okay. Maybe not good. There's a lot of them back here. Made it through. Going up past the Guardian Consulate is probably not a great idea, but getting there. And oh, that is a problem indeed. Sir? You'll guide us to... yeah, we don't have too many choices, I suppose, at the moment. Right. Where are we going? Yeah, I can see that way, but... Okay. Up the other side? It's still... There's still a lot of them. And... down... Oh. Lyse, Alphino. Thank the 12 you made it. I feared... Everything is going to be alright. Trust me. I would like to, but last time an aquatic humanoid told us to trust him, this happened. I don't know what his English voice sounds like at all. At least you're...
Stay hidden and quiet. Understood?
Oh. Nope, he doesn't have the kind of speech that he has in the Japanese audio at all.
Clear the road, clear the road. You there, Kojin. We seek 4 foreigners. 1, a brutish woman carrying an unconscious Namazu. Have you seen them?
For foreigners, you say? Ah, yes! Very rude they were, making no apology as they barged past. They went that way, I think.
Many thanks, good sir. With me. They cannot have gone far.
Well, he
All is
covered
well.
for us.
The Sekisei Gumi will not return this way for some time, I should think. You are of the East Aldenard Trading Company, yes? Come with me. I know a safer way.
Well, so far, I think we can trust him. If he wanted to cause problems, he could easily have done so before now.
You are returned. And with guests, I see.
Our meeting went about as well as expected. We brought the Namazu who thought to betray us. When he wakes up, we'll see what he knows about Yugiri and Gazetsu.
Sorin's expression in this scene seems like pretty accurate, just to kind of... At least... You treat him that way, like just dropping him like that, you might actually, you know, kill him. If he's not already.
Well done you. When I saw the Sekisei Gumi out in force, I did begin to worry, but I see my fears were misplaced.
Actually, if it weren't for Soroban, we might not have gotten away.
'Twas my pleasure.
Yet I must ask, Soroban, why would you deceive the Sekisegumi to help us, foreigners of whom you know naught?
Why, out of the kindness of my heart, is what I would like to say, but my motives are not so pure. I chanced to witness your meeting with Hancock at the tavern, and saw an opportunity.
An opportunity?
Like many, I came to Kugane as a trader to make my fortune. Kojin of the Red may serve the Empire as mercenaries, but Kojin of the Blue walk a different path. Regretfully, most here would rather not meet our gaze, much less do business. So I seek the custom of those less predisposed to dismiss us outright, namely the East Aldenard Trading Company.
Quid pro quo, is it? Well, there is no denying that we owe you a debt. What say you, Hancock? Will you consider doing business with our entrepreneurial friend here?
Rest assured, Master Sorin, that in matters of trade, the company does not discriminate. We would be honored to hear your proposal.
I promise you will not regret this, good sir. Ah, yes. You sought passage across the Ruby Sea, did you not? I have a ship you can use.
You do? Well then, far be it from us to refuse. You have our deepest thanks.
And you mine.
Right, well, I guess we've got transport then. I'm still annoyed he tried to deceive us, but at least we were prepared for it. Even so, next time we should probably try to avoid running around Kugane in the middle of the night with half the city guard snapping at our heels. Yeah, that's maybe not a good situation to be in. Right then, Gyodo should be coming around soon. I think it's time we had a little chat, don't you? Right. Hey, we're definitely sure Lyse didn't kill him. Rise and shine, little fishy. I know you can hear me, so stop pretending to be asleep or I'll give you another ride on my boot. No more roots. All my secrets are yours for the asking. Tell us what you know about Ugarian Gossets. Every last detail. And if I find out later that you lied to me... No more lies. The clear, unvarnished truth. You have my word. Only the samurai did I meet. Yes, only him. He asked after a ship, so I provided an introduction to the Guardians. You mean you let him into a trap as you did us? Because you're an Imperial spy? No, I am no spy. It was just business. Fewer ships pass through Kugane these days, and we have struggled to make ends meet. So when the Guardians offered a bounty for any domans found in Kugane... Oh, my mistake. You're not a spy, but a common cutthroat. Not that I'm surprised. You need half a brain to be a spy. So what happened to the samurai? Such a cruel, vicious tongue you have. He would not go quietly, no. Blades were drawn, men were cut down, and the Sekisegami came. They took the samurai away. Hold on a moment. You mean to tell me that the agent they arrested the other day was Gosetsu? Oh, had I but known, if he is in custody of the Sekisegami, I need only see to it that the requisite funds find their way into the right official's hands, and your friend will walk free. Good to see the briberies thriving here. As it is Nulda, so it is in Kugane. But given the circumstances, it seems we have no choice but to resort to morally questionable means. We'll make a pragmatist of you yet, Master Alphino. Right. You are free to wait here while I speak with the relevant official, but if you would rather wait for Gosetsu outside the barracks, we can go together. I wouldn't put it past the Imperials to try something again, so mayhap it would be best if Lyse, Sorin and I joined you. Alright, but what about Gyodo? I will keep an eye on him for the time being. We can release him after you return with Gorsets. He will doubtless have some choice words to say to the little fellow. Sorin, mayhap it would be prudent to prepare your ship for our immediate departure. As you wish. Everything is in order? Then let us be off. The Sekisegumi barracks are to the north. Oh, yeah. I happened to pass them by, and... Lyse, did you have to volunteer me for this? I feel bad enough about the bribery thing as it is, even if it is to help a friend, but... Miss Makoto might be... disappointed to see Master Musosai's pupil engaged in... you know... bribery. Not very honorable. I must ask that you wait here. You may be assured that this will not take long. Right. Well, I'm glad I can just stay out here. Is it really going to be as simple as he says, do you think? I'm not sure. I don't know enough about how things work here to really say. He said it wouldn't take long, right? Because this feels a bit long to me. Calm down, Lyse. Everything's going to be alright. Much as I hate to admit it, I share Hancock's dim view of government officials and their supposed incorruptibility. From what I've gleaned of the Far East, they're probably exchanging lengthy pleasantries. There seems to be a correct way to do everything here. Bribery being no exception. I say we leave them to it. Right, Sorin? Right. Lyse, are you sure we should be having this discussion in front of the guards? Right. Everything's fine. Probably, I mean. It couldn't be as bad as the last time we stood around waiting for something to happen. Right. Even the guards have gone home now. So...
How about you?
I recognize...
That was Gazetsu. I'm sure of it. He's in trouble. Lyse, wait!
I suppose we should follow her then.
Probably. Hopefully we can... Hopefully we're not just making the problem worse.
Victory to the samurai!
How many is that now? 10 in a row?
Gosetsu.
Oh, this is a surprise. What in blue blazes are you three doing here?
I could ask you the same thing. We've been looking all over for you, and then I suddenly heard you screaming.
It would seem there has been a misunderstanding. Allow me to explain.
So, in summary, you started a brawl with some off-duty Imperial soldiers and were subsequently arrested by the Sekisegumi, whom you somehow befriended and convinced to set you free if you could defeat a given number of them in single combat.
10 bouts for my freedom, aye. 'Tis but a pity you came too late to witness the last one. And with that, I'm free to go, yes?
Our word once given may not be broken, but we pray you make every effort to avoid future altercations. Circumstances notwithstanding, my lord, we are honored and grateful to have witnessed firsthand the skill of a Doma samurai.
Oh. I'm...
Ah. And we had just concluded negotiations. I gather my assistance was not required.
Apparently not. You didn't actually, you know, pay him anything yet, did you? I suppose if it's Lord Lolorito's money, I can't care too much. Gorsets? I must apologize that you endured such trials and tribulations in search of me. There's no need for that. You had no way of knowing we would come looking for you. You were after a ship to take you to Doma, yes? It just so happens we have found a willing captain. Truly! What fortune! We will tell you all about it back at the company offices. Alphino and Tataro are waiting for us there. Right. Well, that was... I'm glad that resolved as smoothly as it did. Go, Setsu! Thank the 12 you're unharmed. As you can see, Master Alphino, I am the very picture of health. You! Vile fiend, malevolent trickster! How kind the Kami are to grant me vengeance so soon. But first I demand you return the coin you so villainously embezzled from me. You have every right to be angry, good sir. Gladly would I return you your coin, had I not been forced to repay certain gambling debts beforehand. Setting that matter aside for the moment, where is Lady Yugiri? Was she not travelling with you? For a time but we parted ways some while ago. The better to improve our chances of finding Lord Hien. Lord Hien? Forgive me, I have yet to explain. Lord Hien is heir to Doma's throne, and our master. His was a passionate voice for the cause of Doman liberation, and when we learned of the Emperor's death, it only grew louder. So you seized upon the opportunity and rose up to reclaim your freedom, only for your hopes to be dashed when Zenos led his army onto your lands. The Crown Prince was a merciless foe. Against him and the might of the 12th we had no chance. Once Lord Hien understood this, he bade Yugiri take to the sea with as many of our people as possible. He, however, would stand and fight, that they might have more time to escape. I remained by his side as well, and together we carried on our doomed war. And then, one day, in a fierce battle, we were separated. Excuse me? I knew not what became of him, only that he was beyond the Empire's reach, and that to find him, I would need Yugiri's aid. The situation grows more perilous by the day, for the new Viceroy, Yotsuyu, is a black-hearted villainess who delights in the torment of our people. There is naught she would not do to further her pursuit of Lord Hien. Thank you. I believe that makes a good deal clearer. It should please you to learn that we are come to aid Doman Liberation Front in resuming their efforts to overthrow their imperial oppressors. Then allow me to join you. My inquiries here bore no fruit, hence my desire to return to Wofford. Once there, I can lead you to our headquarters in Yangsha, where we shall all be reunited with Yugiri. Mayhap not all. Alphino's talents would seem better applied here in Kugane, working closely with Taro and Hancock to feed us intelligence. There's a Garlean embassy just down the road after all. While I appreciate the vote of confidence, I should be glad to accompany you all as a soldier in the field, so to speak. Come now, brother. A competent commander assigns his soldiers the task best suited to them, as you of all people should know. You are so very good at espionage and intrigue. For we all must serve, each in our own way. Very well, it would seem my place is here. Sorin is waiting at the pier. Have fun, you lot. Right. Off to Doma. Oh. Excuse me. But I believe I will wait for traveling to Ruby Sea until next stream. There is something I want to do. See if I can still remember how to do it before I finish up the stream, however. Right. Can't go without attempting the jumping puzzle. Nearly failed already. Oh. One fail. But no, I quite enjoy jumping puzzles. I had gotten to a stage where I was quite good at this one. But then I kind of, once I'd finished it, I was... You know, I've done it now. I don't need to anymore. I was a little disappointed when I found the one in Razahan. It felt a little too easy compared to the one here. And okay, on to the first roof. Okay, this bit is always a little awkward, I find. It's maybe not as awkward if you have it. I suppose I don't know how on consoles if you have much movement manipulation with the joystick, or if it's like being on PC and you only have because you only have WASD, you only have the one movement speed unless you use the... Oh, that felt a bit floaty. Hop, hop. Oh, hello. Oh yeah, you have to be like on top of this bit, don't you? There we go. And have a second. Hop, 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 hop. Okay, and then... Ooh, get caught on the wall. Boing. Oh, ow. Okay. Didn't fall all the way down. Which I'll take. And up. And another. Right, try this again. Okay, and oh, and it's up here. Up. Oh no. Okay, no, this is not somewhere that's helpful to be. Jump up. Jump. Jump. Okay. Oh, if that was a little... Ooh, these... Taking a lot... Some of these jumps a bit too strongly. Oh, this bit again. Oh, this worries me because this isn't the part I normally get... I remember struggling with. The part I remember struggling with is... on the next wall, I think. Oh, there we go. Ah, I'm not committing enough to that one, I don't think. I will do it. I will end the stream on top of Kugane Tower. It's a cry a little inside that I don't think I have accepted the sightseeing quest for Sorin for Stormblood. Nope. I'm definitely taking that jump a little too... not putting enough force into that one. It's the little thing that some of the jumps that you need to properly commit to them. You can't play it safe. There we go. Right, now I remember... No, this one isn't the one that's a pain. It's a pain, but it's not the pain. Oh, excuse me. Can I get on that ledge? Oop. I am struggling. Up. Right, here we are again. Made it here. Made it here. And you go here and here and right. This jump I feel is always the one that I yeah. Because I know if you overreach that one, you end up back on like the very floor, which is annoying. But if you don't commit enough to it, you don't have enough. You kind of have to. It feels almost like clip yourself on top of it. This reminds me that I still haven't actually seen the new leaps of faith in the Golden Saucer. I did leap of faith so many times when I first discovered the Golden Saucer. Joseph was stuck there for so long, and Joseph being my main character. There we go. Okay, now I think you want to come around here. And... oh, yep. Okay, and onto this little ledge. There we go, made it. Only took... I think I only fell down to the very bottom once. And probably maybe a dozen times on the other bit. Getting up onto this bit is... there we go. Right, haven't quite made it, but it's very hard to fall off at this point. Yep, and I haven't accepted the quest. Well, there's a view to end the stream on. But, anyway, thanks for watching and stopping by. I hope you've enjoyed, and, well, I'll be back on Friday with more of Sorin's journey as we proceed into the Ruby Sea. Then on Saturday, I'll be finishing up Amnesia and announcing the next Saturday game. And, yep, and on Monday it all starts again with Final Fantasy. Until then, I hope you have a great evening, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye!